All right. Hey, everybody. It's Stacey Shero Simpson, Pageantry Now. Welcome to our Sunday edition of Pageantry Now. We do show regularly on Sundays at 5 p.m. and then also on Thursdays at 8 o'clock if we have overflow. And then we also do Miss America Mondays at 8 p.m. as well, Eastern Standard Time for all of those. We are all here about positive pageantry and being able to highlight pageant title holders and all of the amazing things they're doing around the world to change their world and show the positive things that happen through pageantry. A lot of times you just see negative stuff from perhaps the pageant the night before on TV, and there's controversy the next day about a question or something that happened at the pageant. Never happened, and nothing ever goes wrong in a pageant. Or maybe it is about yeah, I do actually travel a lot, Jimbo. Thank you. Or maybe it's about, reality TV that you see too. So hopefully we try to put a light spin on this and be able to show you that these are real people out there with real jobs, real lives, and really trying to make a difference in their community. So we're going to try one more time to have our special guest, who is a nurse manager, and she's taken some time. She got called into work today and was not expecting to have to go to work, so we're hoping we can guest her and she's just going to be able to say hi, and then we are going to have her on another day when she's got more time so we can do a little bit more extended interview with her. But we've been trying to schedule this now for about 4 weeks when she was crowned. So it was even more than that, 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So I want to try to get her on and hopefully have her connect, and she can talk a little bit about herself and her title, and who it is that she does community service for, and how she's trying to change her world in a positive way. Besides being a nurse, because nursing is one of the hardest jobs in the planet. We're connecting, and it goes really oh my gosh, yay! Yay!
Persistence is key.
Absolutely. I'm like praying, going, please let this just work. Oh my gosh, after what we've gone through to try to get this interview to happen.
And I have devices, my iPad, my laptop, and my phone. So it was crazy. But, persistence is key, and that's definitely what pageantry is all about, right?
Oh my gosh, you just keep trying, no matter what. It is not about the crown that you wear, it's about the crown that's in your heart.
But the crown that you wear also helps too, right?
It is a huge way to be able to use it as a microphone to change lives and to change awareness and to be able to make amazing things happen. So
correct.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have it, and I'm blessed to be able to do it. So I love it, and I get to meet amazing women like you.
Of course, and amazing women like you giving us platforms to be able to share the true experience of what pageantry is all about, and I just want to break down those myths, and it's been an awesome experience since 2016. So I'm excited, but let's go ahead and get started, because I know people have been waiting.
And introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us what your title is. We want to know.
Well, thank you, first of all, Stacey, for all that you're doing at Pageantry Now. And if you ever need a hostess for a pageant,
for as many pageants as you go to, actually, I probably could give you a microphone and say, hey, can you go grab some interviews for me? Because you are at a different event every single weekend. We've been at, what, 6 pageants together in the last 5 or 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Weekend is a pageant, but that's a pageantry season. I like it. I enjoy it. My name is Fayola Delica, and I am honored. I'm ecstatic. I'm elated. I'm flabbergasted to be your Miss Florida Plus America 2018. It's truly a journey experience. I do apologize. I am at work. I am a nursing supervisor at a long-term care facility, so I'm glad I have awesome staff that are working with me to take my break early in order to do this interview. So I'm really, really excited, and I love being a beauty queen. I love the whole pageantry experience. I use it as a platform. My platform is Empowerment 360. I am the founder, president, and CEO of the 360 Evolution Academy. It's a holistic etiquette school for youth between the ages of 11 and 17. I started before I became pageant queen, even though I was homecoming queen in my high school back in 1999.
I started doing pageants in 1981. Okay, yeah, there we go. You were not even a sparkle in your mama's eye yet.
No, actually, I was born in 1982, but I didn't want to say that. But you wear your age gracefully. So
thank you.
you are awesome. And the 360 Evolution Academy is an etiquette school that we provide skills to help our youth to realize no matter where you come from, that they can overcome, that they can acculturate themselves in any environment. You know, I am from Miami. I was born in Miami, raised in Broward. I moved back to Miami when I was in nursing school in 2003. I'm a graduate of the University of Florida. Go Gators. That is my joy, my heart, my
Chomp
love.
chomp.
Yes. I also am a Cane, so I do enjoy being a Cane. I sit on the University of Miami School of Nursing and Health Studies Alumni Association board, so I definitely root out to my Canes as well. I'm also a graduate of Florida State University, so I'm in school again. So I'm working in the school, but really my experiences have showed me that I want to show youth, especially in inner city, that nothing really can stop you from being great. Only yourself. There's
Right.
no excuses about your family situation, no excuses about your environment, no excuses about lack of resources, skills, talents, etc. Because at the end of the day, you have the ability to make the sky your limit and beyond the sky. And that's what the 360 Evolution Academy does. We talk about finances, mental and emotional health, spiritual health and purity, etiquette and image consulting, public speaking, leadership, educational professional goal setting. And we do this in 8 weeks, and we're really excited. As I stated, we started back in 2014. Yes, and the journey really started. I've been working with youth all my life, most of my life up until high school. Senior year, I thought I was grown, so I didn't need Girl Scouts anymore. But through my Girl Scout experience, volunteering at my churches, volunteering in community events, I've always worked with youth. I love youth. And my last experience that really opened my eyes with the challenges that they were faced with was volunteering for 3 years through the 360, Junior Achievement of South Florida. And I was doing their in-school, after-school program, teaching financial literacy, entrepreneurship, business skills,
JC's
really
for the
life.
win.
Yes, hey. Shout out to JA of South Florida, and of course of Miami, because I'm in Miami too. You don't want to get in trouble. But it really provided students the opportunity to understand financial literacy, which is very, very important. Unfortunately, in minority communities, working class, and even some middle class, that conversation is not happening at the dinner table.
Right.
When I look at my upper class and upper middle class friends, that they have a lot of different conversations that are not being done at our dinner tables. You know, they're not talking about stocks. They're not talking about business. They're not talking about, it's one thing growing up, my parents said, save $1. They're talking about investing $1 with their kids. And I wanted to take the experiences that I've had through my human capital, as well as the knowledge that I've gained over the years. I am a lifelong learner, to give it to the youth in the inner city, especially to let them know that, there's people that look like you, that have similar backgrounds, that have succeeded in life. And so we invite the best to the best community to talk on these issues, as I alluded to earlier. And we show them that anything is possible. We've had the mayor of our county be one of our guest speakers. We had the youngest state attorney in the state of Florida be a guest speaker. We had a well-known pastor. We had a nurse executive who became a full-time entrepreneur. We had a wonderful etiquette coach, Mary Ash. I mean, the list goes on and on, but the support that we had in our first year really showed me this is a needed community, because there's so many youth programs, there's so many mentorship programs, but what makes mine different is the etiquette skills that we bring to the table, and not just dining mannerisms, really life mannerisms. How do you carry yourself with grace, class, and elegance? Because unfortunately, when I was volunteering through Junior Achievement, they didn't have those skills. The way I saw the girls carry themselves, I was disappointed. But, it was disturbing, because I can't say disappointed because no one taught them. So it's not like they were failing. They never got those life skills. Right. So I felt like someone needed to give it to them. And I was fortunate to have a godmother who instilled that in me. And then I always tell people about the story when I was at the University of Miami. Remind you, this is my second bachelor's degree program that I'm in. And one of my colleagues kind of chastised me. She was like, "Oh, wow, you don't wear a napkin on your lap." And I was just like, like blown away. And the experience was that, the University of Miami is mostly well-known families in, South Miami, Coral Gables. So, these families come with a lot of posh, a lot of money, a lot of experiences. And unfortunately, as a child of Haitian immigrants, middle class experience is what they gave us. But my parents were really working class, and I didn't realize that till I went to college, because my parents worked so hard to provide us so much. As being one of 3 children, who were all well educated, and when that happened to me, I was like, wow, people judge you by how you carry yourself, how you talk,
Right.
your eating habits, your mannerisms. And
Right.
I never want a child to be left behind. I never want a child to be get the short end of the stick because of the experiences that they were never taught or had. So I'm
Right.
really excited that people have been asking us. We didn't have a program 2016 because I ran for office. 2017 we started to get back into the community, mostly supporting other youth programs and involved in the youth.
Usually you
We're
support
back in the
community leaders,
classroom.
yeah.
Yes, we're back in the classroom. Really excited. We opened our application registration Friday. So today we're at a community event. We got some kids excited. Yes, got some kids registered, and the parents are really engaging, and the youth are really excited. And really, at the end of the day, it's really my legacy is to impact this world one youth at a time, and that's inspiring them to let them know they can be the best version of themselves, live life to the fullest, and we're exposing them to the finer things in life. Growing up, my parents did what they could. They gave me violin lessons. They gave me ballet. They gave me tennis. And, those are kind of some of the status quo things that people do in order to really get their kids exposed to certain things. And
Right.
I didn't continue those things growing up because my friends in my community did not do those things. And so at being the age of 35, I'm living vicariously through youth who are doing ballet lessons because unfortunately...
You're the same age that I was when I was Miss Texas Plus America.
Really? Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh! Are you serious? No way!
Yes, 35, and I love my age.
I thought you're like in your 20s. I was like, there's no way. Oh my gosh, no way!
No, I tell you, 35 is the best age, and my 30s has become my best decade.
30s were it. I mean, I'm living 50, but I get it. But I didn't realize that's actually, oh my gosh, to think that we have that sisterhood in for those of you that don't understand, I was a title holder in the same system that she is a title holder in the inaugural year. So the very first year they did the pageant. Ms. Plus America was the very first pageant of its kind. As a national pageant, singularly only for plus size women. At that point, it was size 14 and bigger. I don't know, is it 16 or 14 now?
14.
14.
Yes, 14.
And
Yes.
and I was the very first delegate from Texas, and I was Miss Texas Plus America, and I went to the very first national pageant, which I fell on stage like Miss Congeniality. I did. Okay, sorry, but I was 35, so I think, okay, so, all right, continue. I'm so sorry, Fayola.
Yes. Someone call me?
Oh, thank you, Jimbo. That is so kind of you.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that.
We gotta go?
No, we don't have to go. No, we're good.
Okay.
So,
well, I gotta say, I want to interject really, really quick, because I grew up in an upwardly mobile home. I mean, I grew up here in Miami from a wealthy family, and ironically, I didn't learn any of the niceties or any of the etiquette that you are supposed to have until I got into pageantry, and I felt so undereducated when I went to college because I really was not given the niceties of being able to, be able to know what are the correct things to do. And pageants really forced me to have to learn how to do that. And another thing that we have in common as well is my personal program is a gymnastics program. That's my personal company, but we offer it. We offer it in Coconut Grove for inner city kids at no cost or low cost.
Wow.
In West Grove. So, our whole idea is being able to offer these children something they would never be exposed to be able to have them to work towards something that they would never really have the opportunity to be able to experience, with the idea of helping to build self-esteem and have them understand that you can work hard and learn new things and go outside of your comfort zone so that you can be a better person. And I think that that's one of the things that's really hard for youth and adults as well, is that fear is something that keeps you from moving forward. So if you move out of your space of comfort into fear, you're growing and you're learning, and you may find that there is a magical thing that happens outside of it. So,
yeah.
So
and
tell us more.
Because sometimes parents, like I said, my parents were immigrants from Haiti, small business owners. They worked a lot because they were small business owners. So, I had Girl Scouts, I had community events, I had all these different organization that kept me occupied, but I also had people in my life, my godmother, as I already stated before, teachers, other women in the community, other women in my community, local community, as well as community leaders that exposed me to those things. And so I see that parents, unfortunately, when I first started my program, I was only charging $60 for an 8-week program. They were having a hard time paying that.
Yeah.
And this was in Broward. And unfortunately, those parents were working for the school system. And, they just said they're stretching. And it hurt because, there was a lot of money that came out of my pocket. But I could not deny a child not be a part of my program because their parents can afford it. Whether we discount it or sometimes we just wrote it off as, okay, it's a donation and we'll just deal with it. Because at the end of the day, it's a life. And we've had some transformational experiences happen to our youth in a very short time. We're an 8-week program, but within 2 weeks, we saw really life-changing experiences with our youth. And that's what's really what it's all about. And, even the parents and the students kept asking us. And I bumped into one of my former students, yesterday at my high school. My high school, Blanchard Lee High School in Pompano, had its Mr. and Miss pageant. And one of the young ladies that was a part of the first class in 2014, she's transferring to go to a 4-year university to study nursing or medicine, which of course.
There you go. There you are, the role model.
Yeah, I would say nursing for me, and my boyfriend's a doctor. So it's just like, either way she goes, I'm just like, great thing. But, it's awesome, to impart on children's life, to let them know that they can be anything and everything. And, my boys that were in the programs will always talk about athletics. But I would tell them that it's not just about athletics. What is your backup plan? I'm not saying you can't be the next LeBron James. You can't be the next baseball player or hockey player. But what is your backup plan, or football player? And I said, if that's plan A, that's great. And I'll support you 100%. But plan B has to be something academically inclined. And so it's just great experiences. And one of the great testimonies we have is a young man who came from a very broken home. His grandmother had to adopt him, and he had a lot of anger management issues. I mean, it was really tough for her parent, his grandmother, to take care of him. But within the second week of our 8-week program, you saw his behavior change. He wasn't hitting walls when he was angry. When his one time his grandmother took him out to eat for dinner, and she was even amazed. She was like, "What did you do to my grandson?" I was like, and even the people in the establishment stopped what they were doing to see how proper he was with his dining etiquette. That, that's what we want to do. We want to let kids know, you don't have to be a child from Coral Gables or Pinecrest, which are some of the communities in Broward and Dade County, or even from Palm Beach Garden, West Palm, to be able to have life skills and know how to carry yourself. You can go anywhere, college or in a job market, and be able to hold your own and not say, oh, I'm defined by my area code. I'm defined by my family socioeconomic status. No, that is unacceptable. And I'm on a mission to change that and do what I can in order to pack every youth that comes along my path.
That's awesome. We do a tutoring program as well, and on top of our gymnastics, so we do a tutoring. We're getting ready to start a STEM program that we're going to be offering for the students as well, free, so that they can further themselves. We have a student that is in 2nd grade, doesn't know how to read, and we've exposed him to new programming where now when he gets done with, gets the facility from school, because pretty much he goes from school directly to our facility, which we are in Varick Park, which is a city park, which we're very proud of being there and partnering with the city of Miami. Yay! So but now he is actually we give them incentives. So we give them what we call dollars that they can use for time that they're actually doing interactive educational programming, and we quantify it for them, and they get a paycheck from their work from the whole week on Sundays. It gets deposited into the bank on Monday, and then they can use the money on Wednesdays.
Good idea.
So on Wednesdays, they can go to the store and buy things.
And investing as well.
Yes. And so the whole idea is to try to really help them understand they've got to keep track of their balance of their money, how much they have, how much they can spend, and then still be interactive in this whole process of how it works, how grown-ups get money, because I don't think as children there's not enough education to also explain to children why magically money appears. So this whole idea is that we are making them have to show how they have a job, that they work at their job, and how they get their money and how they use it wisely, or use it for, or save it up and be able to keep it for something that they want that's a bigger prize as well. So, and we've seen him. He goes home and he does the programs at home so he can earn. And I'm like, everyone's freaking out because it's a trial program. We just came up with it, but seeing these children motivated to want to learn is. Yeah, I know, Mackenzie. My stepdaughter used to go, Mom, can we just go get this? And I'm like, we can't just go shopping. She goes, it's okay, just write a check. And I'm like, I can't write a check. There's no money in the bank. And she's like, well, let's just go to the wall and get money out of the wall. And I'm like, okay, sweetheart, the ATM only gives you money if there's money inside of the ATM. She goes, well, tell them you need to give them money out of the wall. And I was like, it does not work like that.
Which is that easy, right?
And I thought, it never occurred to me that children don't process those types of things. They just assume that it magically happens. I mean, she really thought that the ATM was this magic place that you go in front of and go, please give me money, please.
Hold on for 1 second, okay?
No problem. But so our, with me, so that you guys, because I want Fayola to talk too, but the whole idea is that we're trying to build better people, better citizens, give them better opportunities, and be able to have them understand the life skills, because that's not taught in schools as well, and how they can manage their lives. I mean, these are still, kindergarten through 8th graders, but if you give them an understanding of how it works, it makes a huge difference. So I'm feeling okay. Kenzie, how are you feeling? I know you had a busy day yesterday. I didn't go to sleep till like 4 a.m, so I'm still kind of tired. I was at a pageant yesterday after teaching for several hours, so I think I got home at like 1:30. So, oh, thank you. Oh, I wish that and hopefully we can take our programming and what we do and extend it, but I'm sure having role models and having people that are able to help, be there to help change the world is so important. And that's kind of this idea of cooperation, and how I try to link different title holders from all over the world to people that might, not have come in contact with them, so that they can get in contact with them there. So I'm not sure where you're located, Jimbo, but hopefully we'll see if we can get, one of our queens or kings on. Yay!
Sorry about that.
I know you got to go back to work, and I promised this was going to be short. So
okay, I definitely wanted to, because mission as a pageant queen is definitely to bring the myths what pageantry is all about, what queens are all about. It was ironic that a lot of my friends were pageant queens, but I never knew it. And I had the misnomer that pageant queens were a little stuck up, kind of full of themselves, tall and skinny. And when I started, I know, right? Started having
You're stunning.
Oh, well, I've come a long way.
Oh, stop. No negative self-talk. I am beautiful. Thank you. Just accept the compliment.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it has been an interesting experience, and I always tell queens, be a queen with a mission, with a purpose. Right. Wear your sash and crown, not just to have all these opportunities, get into pageants and be invited to all these different events and all these, just
little
all the
to do with
perks that come with it. Really use it to leave a lasting imprint in this world, to make a difference in our society. And I challenge them, and sometimes I'll be like, I'm not going to be your friend if you don't do something purposeful. It's just like, because it's really, I'm committed to the cause. Pageantry, people do it for a lot of different reasons. I was a pretty confident woman. I was outgoing. I was already established. I was already doing all the things that I'm doing as a pageant queen already. Right. But what it has provided is an opportunity. I ran for office so I can speak to the political world. I am a small business owner. I can speak to business owners. I'm in the healthcare industry. I can speak to healthcare professionals and other professionals. I'm an educator. I can do that. I'm a writer, a speaker. I can do a minister. I can do that. But pageantry, there is a space there that there are women that are hurting. Being a woman of faith, being an evangelist, a prophet, a minister, it's me about bringing that light and helping people to love themselves from the inside and out.
Right.
Because I've met very beautiful women, like drop dead gorgeous. Even as a woman myself, I would admit when women are beautiful. But when I started to have conversations with them or get to know them, sometimes I'm like, wow, this woman is really hurting. Or wow, this woman is hiding behind her mask of beauty and not realizing her inner beauty is the best asset that she has. So it's all the things that have really put me, 1 second.
No problem.
Delica Supervisor, may I help you?
As a
Okay,
side to let you guys know that my platform is actually body
thank you.
awareness and embracing who you are and being able to love yourself from the inside out. So I actually speak and travel the country talking about positive body image and being comfortable with the beauty that is you.
1 second, sorry. Delica Supervisor, may I help you?
This is the best interview ever. Real life happening.
What's your last name?
So we'll chat, Kenzie, because she's clearly
Say that
working.
again? Okay, and you're calling out for tonight?
Absolutely, Jimbo.
Okay, no problem. I'll take care of it. All right, thank you. Bye.
And say it with a smile, too.
Of course. I really love what I do. I love my staff. I've been a nurse for over 20 years, almost 20 years. And so it's been a great experience from travel nursing to cardiac nursing to ICU to correctional.
What hospitals have you been at? Because I don't know if you know my story. I was diagnosed with terminal cancer in 1996.
No, I don't know your story. No.
I was diagnosed with lymphoma, and that was what made me decide to go back to pageantry, because I did pageants for years before, but I didn't have a purpose, and I wasn't successful. So I kept being first runner-up for years and years and years. But having faced the challenge of being told I had 8 weeks to live because I had stage 4 lymphoma.
Oh, my goodness.
Really enabled me to step out of my comfort zone and go, okay, I survived. When I got to my 5-year mark, I went, all right, now what do you do? And it was actually, I was diagnosed on September 11th, 1996. So September 11th, 2001 was my 5-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So it was, I call it my come into Jesus moment. It was that moment where I'd been given a gift and I knew that clearly I needed to do something. And I entered a pageant.
We have a lot in common because my uncle died of leukemia.
Oh my
gosh. So I was a candidate for the South Palm Beach LLS Woman of the Year. Oh my gosh. In 2016, yes.
I started speaking for LLS. I started doing a team in training. That was actually what I decided was going to be my community service. And I saw a flyer for a team in training event and went, I am going to ride 100 miles on a bicycle.
Delica Supervisor, may I help you? Can I do what? Can you look in the computer, please? Okay. Who needs that information?
Wow, this is like...
Okay, can you call 1 North for me or call 1 South, please? Yes, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry about that.
No, it's right. But yeah, so I that's how I started. My doctor wouldn't sign off on me being able to do the ride, so I became an honored hero.
Wow.
And then eventually I ended up starting to do events. So I was a guest speaker at the Disney Marathon because I trained for Disney. I broke my foot 2 weeks before the pageant or before the marathon. Seems silly. I break my feet a lot. Don't ask.
Oh, goodness gracious. Give you metal shoes or metal feet?
well, and I was training for a try 7 years ago, and I was on my bicycle in front of Mercy Hospital, and I got hit by a truck riding my bicycle.
Oh, my goodness.
So I had to learn how to walk and talk and everything again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're living a witness and testimony. Definitely a shero in my book.
Oh, you know my friend. Do you know my friend?
Nah. I
She's
probably
awesome.
do. Who is your friend?
Oh, my gosh. My brain, I see her face. I was on the show. Shiro Rising. Oh, gosh. Why can't I remember? Oh, my gosh. Never mind. All right, so no, it wasn't an elephant. Although my foot the last time was an elephant. Don't ask. Anyway. All right, so how can we find you? I know you're busy at work. I love the fact that you're juggling us. This has gone way longer than I thought. I wanted you to be on for a while. But I love your story, and I love what you have to say. So how can we find you? where will we see you, and where can we meet you if we're at an event or somewhere? Tell us more about your experience.
I wear a lot of different hats. As I said, I'm an evangelist, prophetess, and a minister. I'm an author of 3 books, an international award-winning speaker, of course, a beauty queen, an educator, a small business, serial entrepreneur, a poet, healthcare, professional, a registered nurse, and just really someone, community activist and a political strategist and a business consultant. So I'm really out in the community doing a lot of different things. If you are in South Florida, you'll see me at a lot of events. I also have a weekly segment called the Community Corner on channel 18.6. I have a talk show, Ms. D Talk Show. And what we do, we're in the process of looking for a studio to do live guests. But until then, we do a weekly segment where we get all the great events taking place in the local community and we showcase it. And then on Thursdays on my Facebook page, my personal and Ms. D Talk Show, we showcase all the professional flyers we get around the world. And we show these events because I've always been a very resourceful person that always know what's going on in the community. But when I would tell people, hey, did you know about such and such event? They were like, no, I didn't know that. And so we wanted to make sure that other people know about the great events that are taking place in their local community. So that's one way. If you're in the South Florida area, you can check out channel 18.6, where we do our Community Corner, the weekly segment. If you are in South Florida, also, if you have an event taking place in South Florida, or I like to travel at your expense, of course.
Of course.
Or we can negotiate some things with my fees. I do speaking engagements, I do emceeing, I do hosting, I do workshops. I have starting to be really getting some bookings for May, June, July, and August, which for the summertime, I really want to engage before I go to nationals in July.
In Atlanta, right? In Atlanta?
Yes, in Atlanta.
Yes.
And I'm competing for Miss Plus America 2018. Really, really excited. Of course, we need donations. So anyone who wants to donate to the GoFundMe, PayPal, or Cash App, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Fayola Delica. And my name should be around here somewhere, but I'll go ahead and spell it for you. F as in Frank, Ayola. And my last name is Delica, D as in David, Elica. And, you can connect with me on all my various social media platforms. I have a lot of pages, especially on Facebook.
She has a lot of pages. She has one for Miss Florida Plus America 2018. She has one personal. She has Facebook. Honestly,
I have
amazing
accounts, but I try to compartmentalize because I have different audiences. And so I've learned early on, separate those audiences so there's no conflicts or no going back.
Absolutely. Good choice.
Especially when you're in the political arena because, people have different views. So I want to respect that. But I still allow people to be safe in a safe place to share their opinions. So you can find me on there. If you have an event taking place, you can reach out to me if I have 4 to 6 weeks in advance notice to see how we can work that out in my schedule. I love doing the community events. I love doing spiritual events. I love any type of event. Any place.
We should have you come down to the park. We should have you come down to Vera so that you can come down and meet the kids before school comes out.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to.
Whenever you've got time,
you just let me know. Give me some dates and times, and then we can talk offline and figure that out, and then definitely showcase all that on social media because, of course, Facebook Live is our best friend to showcase the great things that people are doing in the community, and we love coming out to events. So if you send us the flyer as well, we could Facebook Live your event if we get enough notice. So I meant.
I love that. We had last year for. Right before Miss Universe, we had several queens come to the park just to talk to the kids and motivate them, talk about bullying. It was just, and one of the girls came up to me and she goes, Miss Stacy. And I said, yes. She goes, her skin looks like mine.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh. She started crying. She goes, I didn't know that beauty queens could be the same color skin as mine. Yeah. And I thought, I need more African-American women to come down and be able to be a role model for these girls.
Let me know. I can bring a whole slew of them. So,
Yeah, no, you guys travel together as a pack of 25. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. They come together.
Yes, we are a herd, and I want to thank, first of all, Papa Rafael Galigo, who gave me the opportunity to be a part of. I competed in 2016. I was first runner up. I wasn't going to compete again, and then he asked me to do a pageant in 2017, and then I competed again for Miss Florida Plus America 2018, and your current Miss Florida Plus America 2018. I want to thank my CIE family. I want to thank my family, my friends, my supporters, my donors. I want to thank my boyfriend, of course. I want to thank my staff. I want to thank anyone in my life who's really believed in me, whether you prayed for me, you believed in me, support me in any way, shape, or form, because you really can't do life alone. And I've learned the hard way. No man is an island, so I'm truly honored and privileged for the opportunities that God has given me, because if we had enough time, I would tell you my testimony. That is by God's grace and mercy that I'm still here.
You are coming back.
Yes,
you're coming back.
And stronger and forceful, because, at a young age, I've been through so much. I lost a lot through the economic crash. Just so many challenges, but it helps me to be a stronger woman. It helps me to be grateful for all the things that I have and what I'm currently going through, to be able to speak to the life of others. Because I realize we don't go through the challenges for ourselves. We go them to empower the people that come along our path. So it's been an honor and a privilege. I just thank you once again, Stacey, for this opportunity. I wish I could stay longer.
I know. But, I'm so grateful we were able to get it. I'm so glad that it took a couple minutes.
Perseverance is key.
Blessed.
Thank you. You as well. And I challenge any woman who wants to be a part of the pageantry system. There are so many pageants out there. If I could be of service in any way, I've coached 2 women so far since, being in the pageant system. And it's an awesome experience. It's a great opportunity. People do it for many different reasons. Some people do it because they want to feel better about themselves. They want to build their character. They want to build their platform. They want to come into the speaking world, or they want to go acting or modeling. I mean, you can do it for whatever, but I always say, if you're going to do it, make sure you do it with a purpose. Make sure you're doing it to impart positive energy out in this world, because there's so much negative energy out there. And that's another reason why I try to share a lot of great news on my social media platforms, because no one wants to be burdened with the news, who's died or how many. I mean, we need to know that information, of course, current events for pageants, but you just need to know it for yourself. But sharing the good news out there, like, there's so much great news about people doing great things in this world, but yet we're bombarded with all the negative energy. So I just want to be able to be a positive light to shine that light wherever I go and whatever I can do to be of service to anyone. So please. And
the positivity heals, and I don't think people understand that. Positivity heals.
Oh, of course.
Smiling, laughing, it makes
I do that live.
All the time. Yes.
If you watch my Facebook Live, my mom told me, you laugh too much. I'm like, well, I've been, life is too short, one, and you have to laugh at yourself. So if you always, if you watch my Facebook Live, I'm always... See, like right now, I'm just.
You need to be.
Yeah, you really do. You really do. But
you saw when I hosted, I make people laugh, because there's you have to laugh at the crazy stuff. You have to.
It was very, very funny. But I would like to give my contact information. If anybody wants to reach out to me, you can call me at 95, and this is my personal cell phone number, 954-305. 1266. If I don't pick up, you can text me. And once again, please follow me on social media. You can DM me on social media. I'm not always on Messenger, Facebook. I don't always on other messenger platforms, but I'll try to check it as often as I can. Or you can email me at info@fayoladelica.com. That's INFO at F as in Frank, AYOLA, D as in David, ELICA.com, info at my first name, last name.com. And just really connect with me. I love life. I love celebrating people. So if you have something going on, you want me to promote your platform or whatever you have that's good energy and that's really a positive impact to the world, I don't mind sharing it on all my social media platforms, even my personal platforms, because I truly believe that we're here to support one another. Iron sharpens iron. And so I really do just love celebrating people. I mean, it gives me the giggles.
And it should. As Ellen says every day, be kind to one another, but it's so true. Be kind, be positive, make a difference. You are one of those powerhouses, truly changing your world. Your crown is in your heart. It's not on your head. Doesn't matter what the jewelry is. It's who you are that makes you the diamond.
And I love those necklaces you keep wearing. So I'm just going to let you know I've been eyeing it since I've been at the video. I'm just like, oh, I got to find out where she gets her jewelry from. Because even the one you wore.
Here, I'll tell you. Because I have. Trinket C on eBay.
Oh, thank you. Because, a queen can never have enough jewelry and dresses.
Yes.
But I thank you so much for the opportunity. I wish I could stay longer, but I do have to get back to work. It's truly an honor and privilege. Thank you for all those who are joining us this afternoon. Once again, thank you, Stacy, and Pageantry Now for such a great opportunity. I look forward to coming back. I congratulate all my sister queens that won the pageant last night. I congratulate all my sister queens that are in the royal court with me. Once again, I thank Papa Raf and the CIE family for believing in me, supporting me, pushing me, challenging me, and getting ready for pageantry for July for the national pageant. So once again, if you want to donate, you can go to GoFundMe and type in my name. You can check in my Cash App and PayPal. But once again, I wish you guys a great weekend as it's closing down and a great week. And thank you once again, Stacey. We'll be in touch.
My pleasure. Bye, sweetheart. Thank you.
Bye. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Inspirational. See, that is why we do this story. This is why we do this show. Show is all about positive pageantry, but it's about meeting these amazing, talented people that are wearing a crown, making a difference in their community, really changing their community. Fayola doesn't need to have a title to be able to make a difference. She's a nurse. She's working in the community, making a real change, but she chooses to do additional work to give back to her community. And really, honestly, that's really what this is all about. And most people never get the opportunity to hear about what happens behind the scenes in pageantry and what happens when it's not on stage. So super fantastic, great show. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining us and being part of the show. Ken, so glad to have you again. And thank you, Jimbo, for staying with us this whole time. And to everybody else that's been here, we really appreciate it. If you haven't already, Ladare, Corvetta, thanks again. Asui, and then Fayola, of course, thank you so much for coming and being here and taking some time out of your work schedule. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Pageantry Now, or you can go to Pageantry Now Media on YouTube, so you can go back and look at previous videos, previous interviews that we've done before, and get to know some of the amazing, talented people that we've had on the show. And with that being said, I will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. where we are going to meet, well, not meet, one of our title holders that we had on a couple of months ago won their state title, so they're going to be here as the new Mrs. Indiana America. So we're going to catch up and find out how that experience was. So please make sure that you join us so that we can share that experience too. So I think it's wonderful when we see the growth and we see the progression through pageants and where they go from here. So with that being said, everybody have a great rest of your Sunday, or if you're elsewhere across the world and it's starting to be your Monday, thank you so much for being here. And we will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next edition of Pageantry Now. Good night, everybody. That's a wrap. That's true. Snapchat would. I know Snapchat, though. But not right now. Anyways. Bye, Jimbo. Thank you, guys. See you later.